Takarodj!
I'm collecting supplies for the...
They're here, right next to the door to the cottage.
Very well. There's a little bit here. It won't be enough, though.
We'll make it through this.
Keep looking, laddie.
Thanks for standing up to your cap.
Not that it did any good. Now I'm worried all I did was piss him off more. What if your food won't be enough for him, and he has you killed?
We'll put ourselves in God's hands. If the war doesn't kill us, the hunger will.
If you help me, the commander will be satisfied, and we can leave here peacefully.
But how? We already gave you all we had.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't put something aside? Really?
Why would I lie to you?
To protect your people. But believe me, if it isn't enough, the commander will have you killed.
Without food, we'll die anyway.
You'll stay alive for now, and you'll still have hope.
But for how long?
As long as necessary. Sigismund's army is crumbling, and will pull out soon. You've already suffered so much. You wouldn't die for a meal now, would you?
I suppose you're right. I can't tell you much. If it got out I helped you, the others would never forgive me.
Anything will help. So spit it out.
Look in Smill's cellar, and in Fowl's stable.
And what about the last house?
Leave old man Willow out of this, please. His son is hurt, and he's suffered enough already.
Is there something I can do to help him?
Forget about it. You're already more mixed up in this.
You haven't told me about your house yet.
I was hoping you'd forget about it. Look behind the house, where the big pile of manure is. That's all I can tell you.
Well, I thought we could help each other. But you're not making it easy for me.
Only me and my daughter Sofka know about the last hiding place. And she's no fool. If you find it, she'll know I must have blabbed.
If she really is so smart, she'll surely understand you did it to save everyone.
I hope you're right. Now listen close. Back behind the abandoned house are 3 plague graves. The one on the left is empty. Well, empty except for the supplies I buried there.
See? I knew we'd come to an agreement. What have you found, boy? Plague pits. This doesn't look like a corpse. I wonder what's inside. Hidden supplies.
Manage things here alone. Just don't think about it, so you don't jinx it. Don't worry, man. God will take care of us.
I'm
Youngster,
sorry.
Move your ass or you'll get naught to eat.
Deliver us from our enemies and guide our souls to heaven in the hour of our death.
What happened to that injured fellow?
He's my son. He was attacked by a group of cutthroats when he was returning from
And where did they find him?
just a short way from here.
It's just a stone's throw from the military camp, though. Who dared to rob people there?
Well,
I think you're lying to me.
my God, what more do you want? You took our food, nearly murdered my son. Sakra.
Well. So no robbers?
It was them two soldiers who came before you. Sofka, my son's sweetheart, caught their eye. They took her aside to... well, you know what soldiers do to girls. Vitek wanted to protect her. So him and a few lads attacked them with pitchforks. They killed them both. But Vitek came out of it worse for wear.
Where can I find that girl?
She's Binyek's daughter. She'll be standing in front of her house, like all the others.
What should I do with you now?
Don't tell anyone. Please. They'll kill us all.
That all depends on what you tell me in return. Tell me where you hid your supplies from us, and don't tell me you didn't.
God forgive me.
What can you tell me about that fowl from next door?
He's the only one in the village who has livestock. Two lovely fattened cows.
Well now, where can I find...
If the cows aren't in the byre, then he had to drive them somewhere where they wouldn't be found. He often walked them down to the stream to drink. To the right of the bridge.
Thanks. I'll take a look there. That's not enough for me. How about Smill, for instance? Did he hide anything?
He was recently boasting about some barrels of good beer. He said I should come over sometime.
And do you know where I'd find them?
I reckon in the cellar right behind the cottage. He's got a fairly sturdy...
What else do you have for...
I'll never forgive myself.
What did Binyek hide? And where? For sure he didn't give me everything either.
Do you know those plague graves beyond the village? Right behind...
Aye.
At night, I saw Binyek burying something there.
You're right. He did hide them there.
That really is everything.
All right then. At least...
What's going to happen to my son?
We'll see about that.
Have mercy on us.
Mary, O Blessed Virgin, great and glorious patroness of the
This'll be the cellar Willow was talking about. spear. They'll be happy about this back at Sigismund's camp. So this is where Fowl leads his cows, according to what Willow told me. Cattle went this way. More cow tracks. Cow prints again. More cow tracks. More cow tracks. I knew there had to be lion. Two nicely fattened cows.
Have mercy on my lord. Don't let him die yet. There's nothing else I can do.
Suvka. Suvka.
Let's take a look then. I reckon I won't be able to fix you up completely, but maybe at least enough to talk to you. I'll try to take your bandage off for a moment so I can take a look under it. I hope I'll be nimble enough. Now, careful. It's sticky with blood.
Ow!
Those are some deep wounds. From a sword. I can take a look at those wounds now. Your wound stinks. I reckon it's infected. It'll have to be cleaned before I dress it again. I'll have to clean the wounds, preferably with some strong spirits, and then re-bandage them. And it's gonna hurt, so I should find something for the pain before that.
Let me in, Suvka! I won't let them take anything else. Don't cry, Ma. There was nothing else I could do. Pa!
Let's get to it. Now I'll re-bandage your wound.
Ow!
And that's that. First, I'll give you something for the pain. A decoction for the pain. This should make you feel better. That'll have to do. Hopefully I'll get something meaningful out of him now. Hey! Wake up!
It hurts. I...
was hoping you'd tell me.
Soldiers!
Don't worry. I won't hurt you. What happened to you?
I tried to stop them. So they, wouldn't take anything more from us. So they wouldn't come back. So... we sent them...
Where can I find these soldiers?
I don't know. There was a fight. There's a...
Why'd you send them there?
To stop it. We killed them. So... I...
Get some rest. I won't get anything more out of you now, anyway. I found some cows hidden.
I told Fowl it wasn't worth hiding them.
Do you mind if we take them?
If it means you'll leave more for everyone else, only Fowl will be pissed off.
Besides the cows, I found some beer too. It was locked up in one of your people's cellar. I doubt you'll miss that.
No, we won't. And Smill will deal with it.
Things will be better again.
The helper of Christians. What else can I do? Who else will help us?
I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Everything will be good again. Father will deal with them.
Helper of Christians, cast out all heresy. Deliver us from our enemies and guide our souls to heaven in the hour of our death.
Fuck, youngster, where are those supplies?
No. Afraid. What if there won't be enough? Everything will turn out well. As soon as they load up their supplies, they'll leave us alone.
O glorious and blessed Virgin, have mercy on us sinners. Protect my son from all village. Beneath thy compassion, I'm really afraid it won't be enough.
Don't worry, girl. Don't worry. Someday they'll withdraw and things will be better again.
Just as long as nothing bad happens to anyone.
Haven't we taken too...
You don't have too much yet.
I found some value...
Hand them over.
Here you go.
Beautiful. Keep at it.
I found 2 cows.
Well, well. The lads back at camp would kill for some fresh meat. Meat's worth more than anything else these paupers... Finally, something other... I'll send one of those horse fuckers for it. You keep looking.
We'll make it through this.
I found a few barrels of beer.
Lady Luck's on our side today, lad. That should shut those lads back. Keep going. Maybe you'll find some other... And we won't have to take so much food from the villagers.
Just as long as nothing bad happens to anyone.
Commander,
Ha! Where are those pricks? Just wait till I get my hands on them. I'll have them...
they're dead.
What are you blabbering about?
The villagers killed them.
Fucking yokels! You there!
Are you...
You have the nerve to laugh in my face! What?
I told you nobody was here before...
You lying sack of shit! Let's tear their village to the ground!
I don't want anything to do with that.
You don't, eh? Do you think I give a shit what you want? That was an order, you whoreson! If you don't want to end up like them, you'd better obey it!
Yes, sir.
Kill them all!
Defend yourselves! They want to kill us!
Now you're gonna die!
Blood!
We'll kick your asses! You'll be sorry, fucker!
No, you don't.
And it's done. Save yourself!
I've travelled the whole world, and now I will tell you some amazing things like...
God bless. Good work, lad.
All right, I'm ready.
The sooner the better. Deserters. Traitors. I still can't believe that Kryle betrayed us. Why the fuck didn't I notice anything earlier?
Ah, don't worry about it. He was one wily bastard.
In any case, the company's missing a corporal now. And I was thinking to post, you may be new, but you've been a real help to me. And the lads will obey you. I'll make sure of that.
What are a corporal's?
Not much. I take care of the weapons and powder, and the pay, too. But I need someone on hand who would muster the men, hand out tasks, and the main thing is to make sure nobody slacks off, and not to come running to me with every stupid gripe.
I...
Say yes! What else, you dolt?
It'll be an honor, sir.
You can stick the sir where the sun don't shine. You must know by now I'm not keen on formalities. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Right, Corporal. Order the men to get onto the wagons.
Aye, sir.
Sedlitz awaits!
So the devil.
jumps him from behind a tree. Papa already got his blood up. Just grabs him by the arm, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving birth to such a height. The fur is
wait, fellas. After Paul was done with it.
You won't get away with that. Oh, good cry. What do you want? Have the
Co nazywasz walką? Dupie mam taki zbrany w panie.
I need a hand here.
True blood?
Yeah. I'll shoot your head off.
Bullshit!
Come and help me with this bastard. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Damn the blood, son. This should stop the bleeding.
Zizka's waiting for you.
One day you'll have to tell me how you got things.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves
to the task.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
My God! The simple joys of life, eh, pal?
How do things look at Malashov?
Why you ask me? You ask the other. He scouted out there. Hej! Komar, podejdź tu! Henry chce się do ciebie coś zapytać.
I've got the feeling you're just stringing us along with that Polish.
Ah, come on. You know other understand you pretty good.
O co chodzi? Jasne, że rozumiem.
No, ale on tobie nie, chłopie.
To niech się ta pierdoła nauczy.
What did you see at Malashov Fortress?
To nie twierdza, ale zamek. Zaprawdę nie wiem, jak Ziszka chce go zdobyć.
That castle strong like rock.
Aye. It seems that Ruthard spared no expense.
Rutard? Widziałem Rutarda.
To si nie mohl widzieć. Siedzi w celi w Kutnej Horze.
Who did he see?
No to nie wiem. Ale zadek ma całkiem.
You are cockot.
What, then?
Look like not only von Bergov is in fortress. Daughter of Kunzelin is too.
What, Rosa? Seriously? Damn it. If anything happens to her, I'll never forgive myself.
Right. The woman's is always trouble with them.
Nawet nie.
Rosa's a lady. And a very clever one.
You like her, eh? You wait. Take it easy. No worry. Nothing happened to her. We save her. You see.
What did you see in the village?
Coś widziałeś?
Do diacka, nie jestem głupi, pojmuję. Jest tam taka przyjemniutka karczma. No i piękne dziewki. Laziemne. Jedna... tam miała takie okrąglutkie jabłuszka, że mogłem się z nimi... gździć na okrągło.
So, how many guards are there?
I think you don't find out much from the other about that. He not keep his little gherkin in halls.
Somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
I'd like to learn...
All right.
What do you know about the attack on Malashov?
You're asking the wrong fella, Henry.
Do you think we stand a chance of taking von Bergov?
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Zizka and the devil. Although I'm not saying it'll be easy. Or that I approve.
How's that?
God doesn't lead us by the hand. We have to find our own path to him. Or at least try to. And I'm not sure just how much divine mercy that pair deserve.
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? For Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well...
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff. But I heard what Ada said.
What did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God! I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
We must defeat and capture von...
Aye, there's always some we must with you.
Look, if we succeed, we'll free our king.
Who gives a damn about some...
Everyone. He'll drive Sigismund...
Ha! You lot. And your big...
What's the matter? You didn't mind what we were doing until now.
Until now, we chose our foe. One we stood a chance against. And engaged them when we had an edge. And for some time now, we've been getting into wilder and wilder enterprises. But go. If you... In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal.
right. You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
Henry, for fuck's sake. Just when you got out of that carnage in Kuttenberg, I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over.
Thank you for...
I'm truly delighted she heard my pleas and you've come back in one piece. Among other things, I kept thinking, I haven't properly thanked you yet for coming to Malashov to get...
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree. My first and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honoured. Thank you, friend. Just a moment. I believe I saw it among Margrave Job's things.
Good heavens. You really don't miss anything, do you? When I found out that Jobs would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh. And it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly...
I knew we'd see...
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakelin. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly burst listening to him sometimes. Although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly, if a little obsessed with wealth.
I agree. And he's got a score to settle with Sigismund.
He certainly has.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god. I was travelling with von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that...
What did they do with you?
Nothing much. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Bergov came asking questions a couple of times, but only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you...
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? I was... It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there... Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
They didn't let you out at all? But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What did von Bergov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information about Radzig and Hanush and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit.
and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking.
Indeed.
Why is it so important to capture Otto von Berghoff?
Isn't it obvious?
Pray enlighten me.
Look, Otto von Berghoff is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns, and meaning he is worth his weight.
So, it's ransom we're after?
Not quite. Von Berghoff is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it, and capturing von Berghoff would be the best way to do that.
And to think, until recently, you couldn't give a damn about politics. How does Zizka want to attack Malashov?
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. A major operation.
Such secrecy. It almost seems like he doesn't trust her.
True. Zizka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't... After Raborsh, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more. Any of them could betray us.
You think there could be a spy?
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut.
Or that traitor von Berghoff.
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive.
What do you think about the Dry Devil?
Hinek. I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
So why does Zizka trust him so much?
Hinek is Jobst's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy.
What about your mercenaries?
Ne t'inquiète pas, mon ami. Le seigneur Morgenstern.
Who is this?
C'est un bon ami à moi. We met years ago at the estate of the Duke there.
Can he be trusted?
Le Chevalier Morgenstern is not only a warrior, but also a serious
How did you find Morg?
Pendant que vous étiez chez les Hongrois, I went to Kuttenberg. Le Chevalier Morgenstern was with Sigismund, but he turned him down because, the king has run out of coal.
So he's just an ordinary mercenary?
Not ordinary. He's a renowned...
Where does this Morgenstern come from?
From Broswig. His ancestor fought for Emperor Charles. A good house, mon ami.
So why is he earning a living as a mercenary?
C'est une triste histoire. He lost considerable estates due to his relatives and battles in Eastern Prussia.
So he became impoverished?
In truth, it was more his passion for art that led him to...
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from... One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you will long to hear about the Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France?
How did you save the...
With Providence as my guide, mon ami. I came to the court from the field of battle to bring news of our victory, because, and remember this, the bearer of good news is always rewarded and cherished. But the king was in a bad mood and, did not do... Maybe I thought the news of our victory will dispel...
How could you tell him if he didn't want to be disturbed?
Ha! I climbed up to his balcony into his chambers to surprise him. And lo and behold, the king was writhing and gasping on the floor, overcome by one of his fits. Wasting not a... In return, the king bestowed on me the title of Échanson, or cupbearer. and other generous gifts. And unfortunately, though, even the king's favor does not last forever, and minor mistakes can...
Arezzo sounds interesting.
And so it was. That is where I earned my knighthood from the great Enguerrand de Concy himself, the commander of our Naples campaign. Enguerrand arranged his forces for battle, and I was put in charge of one of the cavalry units. Out of nowhere, the enemy appeared on our unprotected flank, and Enguerrand set me to hold them back so our main force could regroup. But I saw a gap in the enemy's main phalanx. I sounded the charge and sped forwards.
Wasn't that rather risky?
Un chevalier français fears nothing.
I reckon King Sigismund would think otherwise after Constantinople.
That was completely different. Alors, I caught them by surprise. I hacked my way to their standard and broke through all the way to the enemy's My attack sowed confusions in the enemy's ranks that encouraged the overlords who raced to join me, scattering everything in their path. And that is how we won the famous victory at Arezzo. Seeing that the force that was supposed to protect, no doubt you had no inkling at Maleshov what a knight you had the honor to meet. And of course my feats on the field of battle do not end.
A bold maneuver.
Quite right. Just as Monsieur Chapon says, Audantes fortuna juva.
So, you disobeyed your commander? Your attack could have ended in a total fiasco. You were lucky the others came to your assistance, and your entire force didn't collapse.
I hear thee speaking, but you are still wet behind the ears. So, I can forgive you. In short, I saw an opportunity and took it. Moments like that can decide entire wars.
What did your commander have to say?
He made me a knight and sent me to the royal court to inform the sovereign of our triumph.
I reckon he wanted to get you out of his hair.
Do not talk nonsense.
What other feats have you performed in battle?
Oh, many, mon ami. For one battle does not make a warrior. It would take a week to recount them all, so I will just tell you about my second greatest feat. On the Italian field, we faced John Hawkwood, a ruthless Englishman and a fearsome warrior. Surrounded, we were at his mercy. Night fell, and we knew he would attack at dawn. But just then, Providence put an idea in my mind.
You went to parley?
Mais non! You cannot reason with les Anglais. Unobserved, I mounted my horse and set off to find help. And, la dame chance was, as I rode away, by chance, I stepped it off of our... Thinking we were trying to break through. Les Anglais went to... But while the English were occupied with Myceli, our units made it. I saved many men from certain death that night, and many lords from the disgrace of capture. Needless to say, I was generously rewarded for my valor.
That is indeed. But you were just trying to flee, weren't you?
I wanted to bring reinforcements, but as I say, I merely follow Providence, and she guides my steps, from triumph to triumph, wherever I go. Stick close to me, Henri, on the Providence. will favor you.
What happened at court that...
Well, perhaps I shall tell you some other time. Would you not rather hear about the glorious duel?
Tell me what happened at court that caused you to lose favor.
Ah, a major setback and a gross injustice, mon ami. It is an unhappy memory, because it was the first time that La Dame Chance abandoned me.
It's nothing to be ashamed of. We can all learn from our failures. And I bet even your failures make for great stories.
Oui, but I suffered a combination of misfortunes all at once. But bad luck in business and on a hunt were the worst of all.
Luckery and Cargouche. Sounds like a pair of jesters.
En aucun cas. Jacques le Gris and Jean de Carouge. These two great knights were in a legal dispute over an estate. But above all, when de Carouge was on a campaign, Le Gris fornicated with his wife. She claimed that he had raped her, while he said he had seduced him. And because everyone swore to their own truth on the Bible, the matter had to be settled by... First, they jousted. Then they fought on foot. Le Gris thought victory was in his grasp, but de Carouge suddenly pounced on him, wrested him. Even so, Le Gris refused to admit his guilt, and de Carouge drove a dagger through his neck. And if you promise not to tell, I will let you into a secret about that dagger.
Tell me the secret.
Bien. As I say, de Carouge killed Le Gris with a dagger. And I found that dagger in the mud of a blessed blade, an instrument of divine justice. The dagger that ended the last trial by combat France ever witnessed. So, I had several copies made and sold them to rich French nobles. That is how I first came into wealth. And I used the coin to buy the horse and armor I needed to set off in pursuit of glory.
Ha! That was a good idea.
You still have a lot to learn, mon ami. But you're young, you have plenty of time. Just keep... It was one of the greatest things I ever saw, and I have seen a lot. Half of France came to watch, including the king himself, who then banned trial by combat. I later told the story to anyone who was interested. One of my listeners, a certain Froissart, wrote I could have written it myself, of course, but I am happy to help others find success.
You were in business?
Of course. I come from Brabant province, home to the greatest. My birthplace gave me an unrivaled nose for coin and the reputation of a financial expert. I was nicknamed the Seer of Louvain. That is, until I persuaded an important nobleman to invest a large sum in maritime trade with Africa. All the ships he bought sank in a tempest. He had to sell off part of his estates to... Of course, he wrongly blamed me for everything and turned many influential courtiers against... But my advice was sound. He was simply punished by God for fornicating with every wench from the Pyrenees to Brittany, bragging about it and thus bringing shame on his gentle wife. I told him as much, but some people never admit their mistakes and prefer to blame others.
A sea voyage from France to Africa? You must have known that was
a risk, perhaps. But think of the fortune. A man must think big if he wants to achieve greatness.
Oh, big ideas often lead... Storms, pirates, sea monsters, uncharted waters. It was a disaster waiting to happen. You should have tried the Baltic trade route.
You are right. That would happen, but that is under Hanseatic control and there is too much competition. Africa, mon ami, that is the land of opportunity. The Arabs sell to the Portuguese via Ceuta, and they sell on to us. Just remember this, because one day I will be proven right.
What was the hunting incident?
We were out in the royal hunting grounds when I caught sight of a white stag. There had long been rumors about it, so imagine the prestige I would have gained by getting it. I set off after it, pierced its flank with arrows, and unleashed the hounds to finish it off. When I arrived, it turned out that my aunt had not killed a stag, but the horse of a lady, a court favorite of the queen's. I fell out of her favor, and all the doors became closed to me.
Christ almighty! How could you have mistaken off?
I did not! It was the hounds! The stag must have got away, and in their frenzy they pounced on the poor horse.
That's nonsense.
Oh, why do you say so?
Hunting dogs are trained to go after game. They'd never attack a horse. Especially hounds from... You must have made the mistake and set them on the...
Well, normally that would be true, of course, but the hounds I was given had some kind of sickness that addled their... No doubt they gave me, though, a misfortune like that, which could indeed happen to anyone. But the other lords were afraid I would outshine them, so they were waiting for a chance to get rid of me.
Tell me about Brabant province. Is it far from here?
Quite far. From Bohemia, you would go to Bamberg and then follow the river Main until it joins the Rhone. Then you sail down the Rhone until it reaches the sea. And there, between the river and La Flandre, Anvers, Bruxelles, Louvain, and many others. But those three cities are the equal of Paris, Rome, or Europe. Both the Dukes of Burgundy and the imperial princes would like to annex our land to theirs, because it's flourishing trade. But like everywhere else, you can only come into wealth by birth or by enterprise.
How did you end up here?
Leaving the court with a modest sum, I launched to visit faraway lands. I traveled a lot, spending time when I learned that l'Empereur Charles, that great friend of France, had built the magnificent city of Prague in Bohème. I had...
So people in foreign countries speak high?
Bien sûr! It was abroad that I heard of King Wenceslas' Silver City, and its reputed thus. I bought the abandoned Miskowitz estates and shares in the cotton-bearing mines. And for a time I settled here to provide for myself and wait for King Wenceslas, whom I wished. But even here fate did not let me be. When Sigismund brought his army to the city, I appointed for how better to make King Wenceslas aware of me than by saving his bill. Victory was assured, but the burghers had other ideas. The city was handed over to the enemy, and I, stripped of my possessions, I languished in captivity, until fate again stepped.
Sir Vaclin, I'm surprised how well you speak our language.
Where do you think? Here, perhaps I have already mentioned that I am guided by Providence. She endowed me with many talents. Master, I can communicate almost everywhere in the world, and learn every new tongue. I now speak French, German, Italian, Latin, Hungarian, and Czech. Some English, though that is only a necessary if.
Thanks for sharing your stories with me. What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal court, but a man must accept his destiny.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge.
I can't get Catherine out of my head. I'm sure you have more experience of love than me. What do you make of her?
Ah, you're right. I am a connoisseur, but for my taste, Mademoiselle Catherine is of somewhat age vintage. Though, I have to admit...
That's not really what I meant.
Là est la question. I had the feeling something terrible happened to her.
So do I.
I have no idea. But she is fond of you, if you ask me. Try asking her. And maybe something will come of it.
Oh, come on.
I am a good judge of people, trust me.
What do you think of Sir Hynek?
Ah, le diable sec. A capable chevalier. But I do not trust him. There is...
You think so?
My instinct rare...
How do you get on with Janosch and Adder?
Oh, those two. Once in Kuttenberg, I also had a servant who pretended... But he was wrong.
How do you get on with Sir Han?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's the one. Needless to say, he has not met... Godwin and Jiska can also play. And that devil in press clothing bit me. Merde.
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priest, in addition, he can play chess just as well as he will, and in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchmen. A man of talents.
Have you had the chance to meet my half-brother yet?
Samuel. It is strange that he joined your... our group. It is not usual for his, people. But he's...
What do you think of Kubienka?
A good warrior. But he has no morals and no manners.
Well, I don't think he cares much.
And that is just the problem. How can you trust a man who does not want to be a knight?
Tell me, how did the siege of Kuttenberg go?
Ah, mon ami, poorly, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look open. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not...
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away. And the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and...
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy. Against the English. Here, of course. And in the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all...
I'd like to learn.
Oh, la 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 la.
I'd like to learn something.
Oh, la 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 la. You...
Ah, Sir No...
Good morning.
I'd like to learn...
All right, but...
And then they'll start
I
taking women
apologise.
as well. You'll see. Why don't we just...
What do you want?
I'd like to...
And
I could use...
my...
Why?
Great.
Let's talk about...
Certain. Excellent.
Next time, just do what you want.
Good doggy.
That's that.
Good
I
boy.
prefer when a fella leaves
Ah, Sir No Sabbath.
I assume you won't be joining our...
Under other circumstances, but this is personal. It was he who advised Sigismund.
So you want revenge?
They plundered the synagogue, murdered dozens of people. I will play with him like a cat with a mouse. He will beg for mercy.
I understand how you feel.
I'm going to kill von Berghoff. Even if Shiska is against it. It was I who got the money for everything, so no one is going to tell me what... What about you?
I too want to get revenge.
For tricking you two?
Aye, for that too. To put it bluntly, someone has to stop him. He betrayed the king, and he should hang. And if there's anyone that can get him, then it's Zhizka and the devil. That's why I'm going with them to Malashov. What awaits us at...
A short but none... Things go to fucking hell. And so prepare well.
I'll come back. I'm back.
Really? You haven't taken much steel with you. This... All right.
I'm back.
Really?
I have everything I need.
As you wish. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll...
I'll wait with you.
I'm not drinking today. I want to have a clear... But once we have von Berghoff locked up, I'll gladly drink the whole region dry.
So I say him, what do you expect when you drink like fish? Fish is not able to walk either.
And then he threw you out?
No, he cannot, because...
Ah, vous êtes là. What is happening, Capitaine?
A mam nadzieję, że kurwa przeżyjemy.
Pojebało cię.
Enough of the chit-chat. I want to know if we're gonna get to work, Zhizka.
We shall. No reason to wait. Von Berghoff won't stay in Malashov forever.
So tonight?
Before dawn. Even the dogs will still be snoring. And we'll have plenty of time to move.
I can't wait.
Sorry to disappoint you, Hinek. I need you in the village.
Oh, fuck. I was looking forward to that, cannon.
Hey, Kubienka. You were in the artillery in Sempach, weren't you?
Yes, but in the guard detail. I don't know shit about firing.
Well, at least it's some kind of experience.
I believe I might be of assistance, mes amis.
You've already helped quite enough, Frenchmen.
The Duc de Bourgogne, once, showed off such a bête lourde in Champmol. And I was there.
Is that so, Baron? Do you know how to handle it?
Oui. If I have a few strong men to assist me.
All right. Kubianka will go with you. If anything fucks up, we're counting on you to save our asses. The rest of us will lure the fortress garrison out, so we can cut them off. We'll split into two groups. Me and my men will cut the village off from the fortress. The second group will enter the village from the other side and cause mayhem. That'll be your job. Set fire to a haystack, make a racket. In short, anything that will lure the fortress garrison out into the open. You get me, Devil?
Oh, aye. A good old blood orgy. As soon as they stick their noses out, the trap falls.
And the rest will go like this. Listen up. Malashov is only a handful of cottages and a tavern. Fortunately, Kunzlin's fortress is a bit beyond the village.
Fuck. Looks more like a small castle.
Aye, it's well fortified. It's got a moat, 2 gates, and a big tower. That's where von Berghoff will be.
And don't forget the drawbridge and the secret passage.
Korytarz był zamknięty, byłem tam.
Aye, it's to be expected they'll seal off the passageway, so we have to get inside, over the bridge, and through the gate. You and Capon will deal with that, Henry.
You two know it better from inside. Damn. That'll be as hairy as the balls of St. Aye, it won't be easy. But this isn't the first time for us. And besides, this time we've got artillery to back us up. We have to get to the tower whatever happens. And if it all works out, we'll drag von Berghoff right out of bed. God willing, he'll be sleeping like a log. And another thing, the Devil's Den is no longer safe. So after the attack, we'll pull back to Suchtal Fortress.
Any place better than that shithole.
You're right there.
Abbas, no doubt Peter of Pisek will be delighted to welcome us.
He wants to fight Sigismund? Well, here's his chance. Especially since he missed the last skirmish with von Berghoff. Any questions?
What about Rosa Ruthard? I hear she's in the tower with von Berghoff.
Don't forget to bring a white horse so you can rescue her properly.
What should I do?
You and Sam come with me. I need your youthful zeal.
Everything is clear to me.
We're glad. Hitch up, men! Let's take advantage of the dark and get to Malashov before the cock crows.
Kurwa.
What the fuck?
Don't know whether he sprayed me with blood or piss.
What, are you mad? We were only supposed to stir things up.
What did you think we'd do? Get drunk with them? Torch the village. No prisoners.
Look, just wait a moment.
What is it, youngster? What's the problem?
Do we have to burn down the whole village?
What of it? Can't you carry out a simple task?
I don't know if...
Listen, von Bergau's in that fortress full of men. When they see the fire, they'll run out to extinguish it. They won't be expecting us. I never put my men's lives on the line, especially if I can have the element of surprise.
You're right. The trap...
So, let's go and do our job, and hope things don't get fucked. If anyone runs for the forest, let them go. The other yokels are out of luck. Leave him be. Can't help anyone anyway. What you gaping at? I've a job to finish. Get to it. I'll be watching you. See whether you do what you're supposed to. safe. Quick, man! It needs to look like a fire! Let anyone go who's running to the fire!
Mary, Mother of God! Come back!
Come on, then. After me. Let's go! Everyone to me!
I'm here now.
How did it go?
Aye.
Now we'll go for von Berkhoff. He's the key to freeing our King Wenzel. So, we still have the hardest. Help will soon arrive from the fortress. We'll hide on both sides of the... With that, the trap will have been sprung, and von Berkhoff will be left with just a few men at the castle. We'll make...
I understand.
Good.
Quiet now, Colin. Don't stick your head down. Wait for orders.
Everyone! To your positions! Let's go! Let's go! Strike them! Look out! They're attacking us! We're under attack! To your positions! Look out! We're under attack! Look out! They're attacking us! To your positions! He's under attack! Even your own men are not going now! We're under attack! Size off den Auge!
I'll shoot you an extra asshole! Stop praying!
Damn cheap Monday!
Do you believe in this bastard? This was up, and it's only the beginning!
Come on, men!
The trap was sprung.
And those poor wretches are in God's hands.
We're in a war, aren't we?
Up to our ears, Sir Hans. Up to our ears. It's almost your time. You need to sneak quietly over the wall, youngsters.
It's still dark. That'll give us cover.
I'll go with them.
I appreciate it, but this is not for you.
Easy, Father. We're trying not to die here.
I'm giving them my best men. That'll have to do, friend.
I'd like to see what they look like.
Here I am. Kalani, we got leather. And other go ahead to check out fortress.
Good, Janosch. We'll take care of the drawbridge. And you, Henry, open up the first gate for Zizka.
And then we'll storm in there like a fox into a chicken coop.
I understand.
Exactly. Off you go.
Good luck, fellas.
Good. The guards are busy with the fire in the village on the other side. Let's go,
Janos, are you mad? Whatever, but not now.
That is a good place.
There? Really?
Yeah, there. Neckarfreyen do it already.
Yeah. Hey, just a moment.
Henry, you go first. And look out for it.
Eh? Alert! Alert! Bastards! You'll die!
Attack! They're attacking the castle! Shooters to the walls! Come on! Bring it on!
Robbery!
Attacking the castle! Shooters to the walls!
Do it! Swine! We'll smash your skulls in!
Find this guy quickly! Kill any man who doesn't surrender! Hold the line!
What the hell?
Please! I said it! Get on with it! No chance! Now take cover behind the wagon! Hear me? Now hide the wagon! We have to hold out until they take down that damn bridge! For Christ's sake, get on with it! Shoot! Shoot now! I can't see him! All's not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on! Hold the line! Don't retreat! I'll kill you for that! Take cover! Shoot! Shoot now!
It's like a shooting range here! Fucking bastards!
Achtung! Die kann nicht schießen! Not lost, boys! We still have that cannon! We just have to hold on! We are absolutely fucked here! What is...
Can't take much more of this. Can't those idiots hit anything?
Give them time!
They're all out of time!
Let's go!
Forward! To the top! Let's go, quick! Forward! Forward!
Ah!
Didn't see that.
Keep it up!
Yeah!
Don't shut up! Watch out!
You're finished.
Didn't see that coming!
No shot.
Come, Janos give you a lesson, eh? Flank him!
Look out!
Let's go, men! Clean things up here!
I am too old for this crazy shit. No, really, Just fuck this. Do picia mi drop
To już
this
moglibyśmy
shit.
sobie odpuścić. Bogu dzięki za brawan.
We have all the time in the world. We'll wait for the Hungarian cavalry to show up from the camp.
Do picia.
Kupa.
Do zajebanej picia. Panienka Maria. What kind of fucked up with that bridge to fuck with that?
Fucking
my fault. I don't care who's.
What will we do now?
Everything's fucked.
Von Berghoff is holed up in the tower. He has shooters there, and we're running out of time.
We'll have to parley with him.
Oi, we're not going to give up now.
That's right. Let's go. We're going to have a nice little talk with the Royal Chamberlain. Hey, you! Up there in the...
Listen! Stop shooting!
Now we'll see what von Berghoff comes up with.
Fuck all. He's trapped.
Chamberlain, you are surrounded!
He doesn't have a drop of honor in him.
I'm quite comfortable here. I will gladly wait for my ally. And you're making a lot of noise. All that shooting you're doing must have been heard.
Is there a point to any of this?
I agree. And on top of everything, it is absolutely...
Good morning, Lady Rosa.
Lord.
Isn't now just the right time to change sides? So
what would you know about...
Sigismund now needs you more than you need him. He's run out of money, his army is falling apart, and as our captive, you'll gain more time. And you can... And besides, if you secretly help us free Wenceslas, it won't...
All right.
Can you give me any guarantees?
Why, of course. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word.
Your word? Bjergstein?
We're not barbarians, we're noblemen, Sir Otto. Your dead body would be worthless to us.
Ha! How sincerely simple, huh? But yes, I can trust you. When it comes to ransom, you can always be counted on.
Fine. But what will it be, Lord von Berghoff? You can flatter the devil all...
You have convinced me. You're right. It is not in the interest. On the contrary. By becoming allies, we can all gain. Very well. We are coming up.
How fickle Lady Fortune is. First you're on top, and then you hit the bottom. Who would have thought back in the Barkov how things would turn out? Come on.
Move.
What? Did you think I'd have you tortured like you did to me?
Time to settle accounts. You will pay for what you have done.
No! He's under my protection.
He's a murderer. He deserves to die.
Nobody's going to be killed here.
Fuck! That was a blast. My skull's ringing.
The way that Brabant loaded last, it nearly blow his French ears off. It is wonder that Fop survived it.
You got lucky today. You won't next time.
The finger of God is fucked, Otto. Sorry, I must have cost the king's ransom. Oh, my lady! Anyway, I think we're all done here.
We have what we came for. Load up the wounded, and anything of value, They're ready to leave.
You go ahead. I'll just have a look around here.
All right, Henry. Take care.
Here, mutt!
Gather round! You won't believe this!
Greetings.
The whole village burnt to the ground!
Do you need help with
I don't. But if you're not afraid of hard... Anyway, old Marchal's got other things to grind.
What do you mean?
Rumour.
Keeping his name...
As they say, if you want to see an old man act the fool, give him a... Head southwest till you reach the river. Then follow it upstream. It's a huge mill in the middle of nowhere. You can't miss it.
Bang.
Go! Go! Ka! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Let me out, damn it! I know you're out there. Please help me.
What are you doing in there?
Thank God! You've got to help me. The miller's gone completely mad. He locked me in here. He wants to kill me. The keys will be in the hearth room somewhere.
All right, I'll help you. But you need to calm down.
Oh my God! That lunatic said he was fed. You have to help me.
Wait, slow down.
Can't you see? I'm from the mill. I'm the miller's wife. The miller. He's always been nasty to me. But now he's... So I said I was leaving him.
And he locked you up?
He said the only place I'd be going 6 feet up.
Damn. That's terrible.
Please, listen to a proper man.
All right.
There's a shed behind the mill with wood in it. He must have gone there to get the axe.
Stay here.
Thank you.
There's no one here. I hope I didn't miss him. I have to get back.
Hey! I reckon you're just who... What are you doing here?
I'm looking for the brute who's been beating his wife.
What the f...
Hold on. Let you know what happened here.
I know enough for you to arrest this vile... If I hadn't helped that poor woman he locked up, she'd have lost her mind by now.
I told you so! Hey, you idiot! I locked her in there so I could go and find a guard. What did you...
Sakra! She said Machal the miller was beating her. I wanted to save her.
Machal? Did you beat her?
I never laid her... Why would I do that when she was my helper? But today, that's why I locked her in there.
Well, the wicked girl got away, and the young man here helped. So, either you pay for what she stole, or I'll pay.
How dare you! Show me the respect I'm owed.
But...
May I remind you, when you deal with me, you might as well be dealing with the king himself. I'm the son of Lord Radzig Cobbler, and if you don't accord me the treatment I deserve, I'll show you exactly why it doesn't pay to fuck with me.
If that's the case, we're sorry, sir. I mean, we wouldn't have expected you here.
But he let her go! I mean, she stole...
Shut your mouth, you fool! I'll make sure the thief is caught, sir. And once again, please accept our deepest apologies. I'll go to the village right away to see if...
But what about...
You stay here, in case she comes back.
Curva.
I bid you farewell, sir.
Fucking bitch! A man treats her like his own, and she repays him like this. All women are the same.
Hey, Henry, over here.
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyek for you. Go and...
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you the message.
Greetings.
I apologize.
Go home and sleep it off. We're getting married tomorrow.
A blessed evening to you.
I'm here.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege. If we take that reason away from him...
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science...
Could you be a little less
We're going to blow the place sky.
Why me, of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke and noise.
1 barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be what...
Getting the information out of him won't be easy.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain our...
Don't worry.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hogg will be waiting. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll take care, sir.
Innkeeper, a beer!
Hey, Henry, careful! See you soon, my friend.
Lord be with you.
Möchtest...
Greetings, Eldris.
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was für...
Barrel of black powder.
My. My da...
I'm here on behalf of the great king...
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das. No. I would be happy to oblige the... Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last shipment went to the Royal...
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann eine Weg...
Go on then.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein Glitch. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohonovitz towards the military camp. If he were to lose it, he would...
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help.
I'm sorry.
We have a car.
Careful.
I was getting ready to close up shop.
Are they out of their bloody minds? They had two collections just like it already.
You'll learn that the church is rotten. Hear what Master Gavin...
What's that?
you. What the hell is going on?
I'm a stop.
Take that fucker out of me!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker. Show what you're made of. Hey, fuck that. Useless.
I'll get you, fucker!
Sick!
Yeah, fuck that!
Mutt!
Bloody mutt! Yeah, fuck you!
I mean, in hell.
You silly dog.
Oh, Satan.
For Christ's sake, shut your mouth.
He doesn't give a damn anyway.
Let him go! Ah! My God! Murder! My God!
That food must have been spoiled.
He shot me! He shot me!
He must have been shooting for...
Pacify
Here you
him,
are, you
quick!
murderer.
Folks, there's people
Come here.
sitting here. Look out!
Oh, I knew it was...
Dick!
Do it! If you keep resisting! Don't dare bleed to death before I got you!
Come here.
Guard, quickly!
I'm here.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for night.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the... Then we'll carry the barrel inside, and bang!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone will...
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into the mine...
Exactly.
Chenyek said you've come across it before, so you know what kind of damn... But don't worry, we'll mark the exact spot for you. But I'll tell you about that later.
I'll wait until the evening.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a... It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of... If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
All right. I wish me...
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move.
Oh, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I'm feeling a bit peckish. Where now? Wasn't I supposed to go a different way? I've definitely been this way already. Pappardelle. I hope I'm not lost. I've got to get a move on. Wasn't I supposed to go a different way? Wasn't I supposed to go a different way? There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the barrel.
Now to get out of here. Quick.
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy. It'll blow any moment now. Dele, I'm running out of time.
Damn, that was some bang. You got all your limbs?
My ears are ringing like hell. But more...
You were real fucking lucky to make it out in time. I'd say a good thing I was there and dragged you back to...
You owe me an ale. Each and every...
You've got it. Just as soon as we get... Now, what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crap.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund. Ain't it too late? It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost, but as I can see, there were much worse. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me?
This is your last chance.
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you could say amen.
Kurva! Are you out of your mind?
Try me.
To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
My God, Henry. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Leave it!
No fucking way. He was staring at you. Oh, we're going to Antwerp.
God bless.
Excuse me.
Ugh, what's that?
God be with you.
Same to you. Why is this...
My friend, have a seat over here. Let's drink.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. There were those among us who, instead of our noble mission, thought only of enriching themselves. Fortunately, they're no longer with us.
You talking about anyone in particular?
Knuckles betrayed us. Plotted against me. And when he realized he couldn't succeed, he ratted us out to the guards. He's the one that sent them to the mine.
What happened to him?
Our comrades punished him like they'd punish any traitor. I tried to avoid bloodshed for so long, I ended up...
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstances that make them evil. But enough philosophical dispute. To your health, and to the Guild of Gutenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
I can't bear to look.
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests. What good ever... I want to spread the true word of God, just as our Lord did before the Pharisees had him crucified.
What'll happen with the guild?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks, until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to...
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for everyone...
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that. And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to...
Thank you, Chenyak, but I have to get going.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have...
Of course. Keep your heads down.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable...
So much dust.
Oh, did you sleep in a barn?
Saying that the finger of God is a piece of...
How'd you feel?
What did you say?
How do...
C'est terrible, mon ami! When the cannon flew apart, I thought we were done for. I am alive, but I feel like all my bones have been ground to dust.
Kubienka doesn't look too worse for wear.
Because I took the force of the blast for the both of us! I pushed him aside at the last moment!
Aha. How did you know that the cannon was about to burst?
Intuition, mon ami!
I'm as hungry as a wolf.
Oh, yes. My grandma used to make the best pies. God! My mouth is watering just thinking about it.
What did they taste like?
Honey, nuts, poppy, quark, plum jam.
Still believe in yourself? Now that's what I call an opener.
Where's it coming from?
I apologize.
You need a bath? Okay.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Berghoff?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
Welcome to Suckdol, Lord von Berghoff. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Just a beating? What about breaking a finger or two? Or singeing the soles of his feet? We had first-hand experience of various methods in the Trotsky dungeon, didn't we?
Curva, lad, that's not a bad idea. You know what? I'll tear out the last few hairs.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer?
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat and a smug face.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize, and if you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And we'll also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mintmaster, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
By Christ. It's worth a try.
That sounds almost too good to be true. And too easy. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not? I had a feeling you were not concerned about a few corpses. At Maleshov, you slaughtered the whole village. What is one legate compared to that?
Jesus! Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell? Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
All right, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned...
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly...
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base.
And how are you going to get in? The palace will be closed, and maybe... I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be...
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Rutard Palace as well as...
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Rutard Palace. You want Rutard Palace?
All right. Both. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that, then. Let's get...
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.